Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got a game between LiquidHero and Command. Command will be playing as the red Terran in the right position, although it doesn't actually look like he is going to be playing. He is just sitting there now. I'm not quite sure why this is happening, but there he goes. So 20 seconds late on actually getting anything going, which is quite a big delay. This is a really high level match. It's from the Korean ladder, and it was part of the Team Liquid Replay Pack of the Week, which is now sponsored by Razer, and I think that's awesome because it means, Team Liquid are doing very well with their sponsorship. It also means that this Replay Pack of the Week will become a lot more, will stay frequent, will stay really high quality, and that's why I think it's great, because it's a great way to get these replays of real top level players in a nice, easy, accessible place. So everyone should go and check that out, and obviously if you do want to download it, it does support Team Liquid and esports, so definitely worth a look. This week's replay pack has got Hero in it mainly, and also I've got Mind Block now. The other player is Xenio. Yeah, Hero and Xenio are the two players, and they are all from the Korean ladders, so really high level players on the Korean ladder and real top level games. So I'm really looking forward to casting this. This is of course going to be a PvT, and the map is Antigua Shipyard, so this is quite a good map. I like this map. The third, relatively easy to hold, but in the mid game can get harder because of these destructible rocks, but very early on it's quite easy to hold that third because it's not much harder defending this position as it is defending up here. So it will be interesting to see. Now, I don't speak Korean, so I have no idea what they are saying to each other, but I mean, they seem to be having quite a nice chat, so always good to see. Now, we will see that Hero is getting out that Assimilate quite early. It's kind of a one gas build coming out from Command as well, getting the gas slightly later, getting a barracks out as well, and still pretty much standard play from both players. I mean, neither player getting a double gas, so no really super fast tech play, no lack of gas either, so no super fast expanding or tier 1 play. So really both players are probably going to go into a macro game, and that is what is favoured generally on the Korean server, is they like playing out macro games. They don't tend to cheese too much at high levels, and they don't do anything too unorthodox. It's all about doing the good play, the good game, and having a good competition, and that is why a lot of people consider the Korean ladder one of the best. It is by far the most competitive ladder, and I mean, the North American EU servers have nothing on sort of the standard of a master level Korean player. So this should be an absolutely amazing game because these are two top level players, and we will just see Command going for very standard stuff, getting that tech lab down. So we're going to see a Reaper opening, and so this Reaper will come out, and this is a nice map for Reapers because you've got this little ledge here. You can bounce up, you can do damage to the main, you can pull back. It's not too hard to deal with, but a Stalker is on its way out now, and obviously once that Stalker does come out to meet this Zealot, I mean, Hero may actually go and just put on a little bit of pressure. I mean, he could very easily. That Reaper will get shut down very easily by a Stalker. The Command Center coming out now as well for Command, and so this is going to be a relatively early expand. No sign of a Command Center yet, and Hero going for a 4-gate, and I mean, this could be very strong. He has got that pylon just starting now as well, so a 4-gate. Is Command in a position to defend this? Maybe. He's actually getting out that second barracks, but there's quite a big investment getting this Reaper out, and the Reaper may actually be able to scout that pylon. Is going to see it. Now, he will now know that obviously this is going to be a kind of rush, a 4-gate. There is a proxy pylon, and it's really how he reacts to this. His Command Center is still on the way out, getting another barracks, and just bringing these Marines back. That Reaper is going to be able to snipe down the probe, and obviously that's quite a big win. It will prevent a kind of pylon going down any closer, but that Reaper's in a lot of trouble now. Should be able to get away, but does take quite a bit of damage, and currently Hero won't be able to push up. I mean, there's just too much here, and it's all about whether this wall-off gets complete. If another supply depot does go down, then really Hero won't be able to push through too easily without a lot of stuff. It's a very nice positioning to hold. A Marauder in there as well, so that Stalkers are going to take quite a lot of damage, and the first warp-in has come out. All Stalkers so far. Meanwhile, if you take a look at the mini-map, you will see that Hero isn't expanding or anything, so this is quite all in now. Those SCVs just stopping the Zealot getting within range of the bunker. A lot of SCVs being pulled now in order to repair, but I mean, that's going to be big losses for Command here because he is going to obviously get those SCVs targeted down, but will force back Hero. He won't be able to go any further, but I mean, 6 units workers killed there by Hero. If we go to the loss tab, I mean, it does look like it's come out a lot worse for Hero, but obviously he's done that economical damage, and that economical damage is where it counts. I mean, 23 to 17 workers, that's a great position to be at this early stage of the map. I mean, what I also like is Hero is expanding behind it, but he's not kind of trying to go too much more from this. I mean, he's got units there, he's got the map control, and it's preventing Command from taking this base because he can't move out while this threat of the 4 gate is there. And likewise, I mean, Hero's just getting his economy up now. He's got this one Stalker back for defense, and that's really key. You don't want to have a Reaper going in there, which he does know is out. Meanwhile, Hero actually just bringing this probe up here could be going... No, he wouldn't be going for a third this quickly. That'd be insanely fast third. But he is actually positioning it up like he wants to go for it. So, also saving up all of his minerals at the moment. So, you never know. We may actually see a super fast third out of Hero, which is a bit of a risky move. But obviously, he knows he's ahead economically because he did kill a couple of SCVs. And there we go. So, this third is going to go down before the natural base is even finished. And, I mean, this is purely because, as I said at the start, on Antigua, holding this third is relatively easy to do. And because Hero did do the economic damage early on to Command, he knows that really there's no way Command is going to be able to get a big army out to push too soon. And he does have those 4 warp gates, so Hero can kind of quickly get up quite a nice size army, a lot of sentries to be able to deal with this. Now, concussive shells is done, that Stalker will come out, and Command actually got a nice little ball here, and we'll take out this pylon immediately. Shouldn't matter too much because more should get on the way pretty soon for Hero, but he will get supply block now because he hasn't actually started one yet. And so again, it's just supply blocking Hero for a little while, and this is actually quite a nice force. It'll be interesting to see whether Command does just go to push, and there are 4 Stalkers here, but obviously with concussive shells done, there's a lot of Marines there actually. Concussive shells and combat shield are finished now, so obviously that could do quite a lot. The Stalkers are going to have to move back. There are a lot of sentries here though, so force fields and the Stalkers and that one Zealot should be able to hold this so far. I mean, LiquidHero does have the supply lead, getting more Zealots warping in as well, so putting some probes just to go and transfer to that third base. And to be honest, Command's going to have a tough time here because the force fields are going to be perfect, just picking off a couple of units. I mean, that's exactly what Hero needs to do, just pick off a few units without taking any losses. It's 3 units, and it's very, very effective at stopping Command getting up a death pool. So he's going to have to move back, and I mean, Command has got his natural base out here, but he's a base behind, because obviously Hero did take that slightly greedy move of getting this third super quickly, and because of that, he's just going to have such good income. Stim is on its about half done for Command now, so it is on its way. Medevacs are also on the way out, and if we take a look for Hero here, I mean, he doesn't have anything in the way of tech. He's literally now just gained 2 more gateways, so that will take him up to 6. And moving out as we speak, flying this factory over, just I'm guessing to kind of scout out what's happening, but it's going to get picked off. So if that does go down for these Stalkers, there could be a bit of a problem there. Hero just poking up into that third base to see what could be going down. Obviously, the fact there isn't a base there is really good, and a lot of SCVs having to be brought forward. This is a lot of units for Hero. I mean, the 2 bunkers are going to be down, so I mean, 2 bunkers with the medevacs, this army isn't enough to deal with that. Yet it still is just containing Command, stopping him getting anything up and allowing this third base to be completely safe. So this is a great position now for Hero. He has got a gateway and a Twilight Council, so he will now have 4, 5, 6, 7 gates with the Twilight Council. Actually, Charge coming out super quickly, so Charge is going to be what comes down, and I mean, behind that he's getting the Templar Archives as well, so he's going to be in a really good position to deal with Command's army. Command is getting that third base just started now, building it in his natural as well, and I think that's a good move. It's less risky, it means he can morph it into an orbital command ASA, and into an orbital command ASAP, and get those extra mules, the extra SCV production, and when he feels comfortable he can obviously move it out to this third base. But he is still behind, getting a drop going off really nicely here, and I mean, this will actually do quite a bit of damage. The medevac had to move back because it is getting focused by the Stalkers, and I mean, this should get cleaned up. Only 2 units lost though by Command there. If you take a look at the kill tab, I mean, again, workers wise, it's very much in favour of LiquidHero still. Only a couple of workers picked off because literally LiquidHero did just pull all of his probes back. Building now another pylon up here just to make sure that he is pretty much safe, keeping some stalkers there, preventing another drop going off. But we do have 2 medevacs coming down here, so this third base could be in trouble now for Hero. I mean, looking at it defensively, he's got nothing down here. He does have some sentries and zealots, which are in a pretty good position, but obviously he's not going to know that drop is coming in until it's there. So Hero's going to have to be on the ball. Obviously, there is still this threat of another dropship up here as well, so that's loading up. Command is going for a drop heavy style, straight away moving in. Now there are sentries and a lot of zealots there, so I mean this should get cleaned up pretty easily. By Command dropping behind the mineral line, it will prevent those zealots from being able to get us around, pulling all the probes as well, so pretty safe. The drop going down in the main as well, should be able to just focus down that pylon, but doesn't actually manage to get it down, and there is a High Templar out now as well, so I mean, this drop play is going to start struggling, and still Command is on 2 bases, moving now just his third base out to go and expand. But obviously Hero's had this base out for a long time, got a High Templar at every base I believe, and that's really, really nice. They don't have Storm yet, but they can feed back on their medevacs to quickly take those out. Now, Storm must be done then. It must have been researching, and yeah, Storm is done. Sorry, I do apologise, I looked at it grayed out, and big mislook there. Obviously not going off sleep last night. Now Command is moving forward. He's got quite a decent army, got great spread, worried about a storm going down on his units, but I mean he should be okay. He's just positioned his units really, really effectively, and this is something which all players should do. Is you can micro as much as you want in a battle, but if you have good positioning of your units going into the engagement, you're going to do very, very well off it. It's specifically Zerg. Zerg players, if you position your army to flank before you engage, you can actually get yourself in a very, very nice spot to do maximum damage with what you have. Now, this factory is giving vision of the high ground, and Command doing a great scan, knows exactly how much LiquidHero does have. And I mean, Command has quite a lot of stuff right now. Getting a drop, and I really like this, just picking some stuff up. There is a High Templar there, and I mean, it could be pretty good, but obviously only 2 zealots. That feedback goes straight up on the medevac, will take it down immediately, so that drop will get cleaned up now. In terms of upgrades, 1-1 only just on its way now for Hero. We have got +2 on its way, +2 infantry attacks, some snipes are going off. A good storm, not going to do much damage, and Command moving his units forward into that storm, and good force fields just preventing Command from pushing forward, getting these medevacs to drop some units up. And I mean, this is really splitting up Hero's defense, and all while he does that, it's going to be very, very effective. A big storm goes off, does a lot of damage there as well, and Hero actually moving forward, and those zealots with charge obviously going to make short work of this army, but the upgrade advantage is there for Command. He also has those ghosts out, which do very, very well against Protoss as a whole. Another good scan goes off. Command knows exactly what's here. He knows there's not much stuff. That storm not quite on the money because Command was pulling back, so that could be a slight problem. But I mean, Hero in a lot of trouble here. He's about kind of 30 food behind now, and this constant push going forward. He's lost quite a few High Templar as well. And if you take a look here, there's just a lot of zealots, but I mean, there's just so many units, and they're all getting focus fired down as they are trying to warp in as well. And I mean, Command is in a great spot here. I mean, I think he's pretty much got it actually. His third base is up and running. If you look at that mini-map, look at that train of red units coming over the map, rallying forward, and this third base is going to go down now. Looking at what's coming in for Hero here, he has got that robotics bay on the way. The robotics facility is up, so he's getting Immortal out, getting 2-2 on the way as well. But to be honest, I think Hero's pretty much lost this. He's under half the supply now of Command, and more to the point, Hero has now lost his third base, so he's now down a base from that very, very early base league. A great scan to see exactly what is up here, and to be honest, I mean, Command can just go for this. He's got no reason not to. I mean, a couple of big storms could do a lot of damage to this army, but that Immortal, great EMP off, so that Immortal is going to die super quickly to the Marine Marauder Ghost army. And this is not looking good for Hero at all. He's lost some of his production facilities now. Those upgrades have been forced to stop, and there is the GG. So, Hero played that game quite riskily by getting that super early third. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off. He looked in a very strong position after doing some economic damage straight away, but Commander's doing a great job keeping LiquidHero's forces back by dropping in the main and also to the third. Although it didn't do much damage, it prevented Hero putting on any pressure, which allowed Commanders to get up a good amount of units. And what really was shown by this game is how important upgrades are. Command had that upgrade advantage, which really allowed him to do a lot with not very much in the mid kind of part of the game. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please subscribe to my channel and also follow me on Twitter and tune into any other casts I do. Thank you very much, and I hope you have all had a great weekend if you're watching this after. Thank you very much for watching.